Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to round number 5 of the Wreckfest Trans Am series here at Sandstone Raceway. Got another stacked B main heading your way. 13 drivers here in the B main, only 3 advance. Should be a good one, of course, as always. My name is Nico. This is the Wreckfest Trans Am series. We're sponsored by Rogue Energy. Be sure to use code ROGUE. Be sure to use code WTS, like you see at the top of your screen, for 10% off your Rogue Energy. And we'll be going to the Pulsator Deceitful. Displayed here. And then get free cam at the UI. Alrighty. One's coming to the line here. It is Deceitful, then Flooded Mean, Foul Coyote, your top 3. Then the best positions to advance. Followed by Carney Batman, Defiant, Pierce, Stang, Old Skills, Camarado Moose, Skins is here, Inner Astra, Texas Senior, and Cryptics starting in 13th place. Gonna pass 10 cars to get to the A main. Everyone coming to the line now, so as they file to the line, we'll let everyone file into the live stream, and we're about to go racing here in the B main for round number 5. 15 laps around Sandstone. Drivers revving their engines. Just about ready now. And we are racing! Deceitful gets a good start. The top 3 all get a great start. Carney Batman kind of slow off the line. Pierce very slow off the line. They're going to be 3 wide nearly behind him. Defiant looking up the inside. And who's that losing ground back there? Texas Senior 3 wide behind him. Inner Astra splitting the difference. Up ahead, it's a 3 wide battle for second place as Deceitful pulls away. We'll cut away from these trees. Foul Coyote in second. Carney Batman and Flooded Mean are side by side, no longer, for third position. And there's Carney Batman going wide there off the track. He gets T-boned. And that's going to put Pierce, who got a bad start. But Pierce goes up in a third. Defiant fourth. 4-car battle behind him. Look at Texas Senior. Look at the drive he got off the corner there. Hey, look at the drive Camarado Moose gets into the fence. And back into traffic. And into the wall up ahead. Who is this? Flooded Mean. Bounces back into a heavy, congested road. We see tires flying everywhere. Contact. Camarado Moose avoids the jump. Gets back on track nicely. End of lap 1. It is Deceitful. Is it Foul Coyote? We have a battle for the lead on our hands. Now it's Deceitful. It was Foul Coyote momentarily. This is the battle for the lead of the race. Followed by Defiant, Pierce, Inner Astra. Someone's losing more ground back there. Texas Senior gets overtaken by Skins. Look at Skins go. Here's Old Skills behind them and Cryptics behind him. Cryptics actually started in plumb last, now up to 9th place. Pretty good start to the race for him. Who's that running wide? Texas Senior again. Losing 2 more spots. Not the best start for him. Cryptic's up to 8th. He has a long ways to go, but in nearly 2 laps, he's passed almost half the field. Foul Coyote going up the inside of Deceitful. So coming towards the end of the lap here. Battle for first and a battle for third. Defiant and Pierce. Only one can advance. The other one goes home. Side wall contact for Defiant. Light contact, but still some contact. Deceitful lead. He's actually pulling away quite the gap here, as opposed to the end of the lap. See further back, Astra. Who's that running wide? Cryptics. He is pushing the pace here. Up to 7th now. Avoids the contact with Texas Senior. Cryptics trying to pull a last to first. He's got pretty good pace. Someone's flipping up ahead. It is Pierce flipping up and over, and I think this could be desync. The way that his car is going perfectly down the hill, but it is quite the sight to see nonetheless. It is Pierce in 4th place. Now, that battle seems to be over. What's this up ahead? Deceitful looks like he ran just a little bit wide. Coyote just behind him. Those two are safe as it stands. Defiant in third in the final transfer spot. Cryptic's got some clean space now. He is up to 6th place. Even if he doesn't make the A main, this is a great show from him. And Old Skills, that's a bad show from him. He goes into the wall. Takes out the tower there. Let Cryptic's go. He is catching Internastra very, very quickly. And the gap to Pearson Defiant is not that big. He could very well be getting into the A main here. Would be a for sure driver of the day moment there. And again, Pierce lagging and flipping down the hill. Gets that sorted out. Ahead, Deceitful Foul Coyote. Deceitful still holding on to his lead. About 6 or 7 car lengths. Then Defiant. Pierce in 4th. 5th is Internastra. 6th is Cryptics. Careful with the wall there. And around goes Cryptics. Be careful with Texas Senior. Contact. He recovers there nicely. Doesn't lose too much time. Pushing very hard though. Look at this move here from Flooded Mean. Over the bump. Gets 2 wheels in the air. That is for 9th position. Further up the pack a little bit. Cryptics has a long ways to go. He lost tons of time. He was actually starting to catch Internastra very, very quickly. Now he's going to have to work back on Texas Senior. He still has 10 laps to do it. Time is of the essence because the longer you wait, the further these guys will get away. Thanks for appreciating the commentary. I do try my best. We appreciate you supporting the stream. Up ahead, Deceitful Foul Coyote. That gap is about the same as it was a lap ago. No real change out front. No real need to push too hard. You're in the A main. You're in the A main. These guys, look at the gap. Closing there. It looks like Deceitful has a little bit of a better straight line advantage. Gap, look at this already. Pearson, Internastra going at it. And Internastra gets that position very, very quickly. For now, anyways, look at the run off the final corner that Pierce has. A bump. And he stays in 5th position. Both these guys got to try and get up to Defiant for the final transfer spot. Look at Cryptics. The gap, that spin really cost him. It could have very well cost him a spot in the A main. Feels basically out of the race after that incident. Not Plum last, but in 11th place. Texas Senior. Staying. Both out of it? Oh, a car over? Could this be a safety car? The leaders are starting to come through here. Car stopped on track. Deceitful Foul Coyote. Gotta watch out for this lap traffic. Both get out of the way just in time. You're joining this battle just in time for it to heat up. Deceitful and Foul Coyote battling for the B main victory here tonight. Better run off the corner from Foul Coyote. He's going to take a wider entry. Going to get the nose under. Is it going to be enough to have the drive off the corner? I don't think it is, actually. I stand corrected. Foul Coyote is alongside Deceitful, and he's going to actually pull ahead of Deceitful into the lead of the race and clear him entirely. Pulls over to block, goes defensive, gets ahead, and Foul Coyote is your new race leader. For now, at least, got to be careful with that exit. Deceitful down to 2nd, Foul Coyote up into the lead of the race. These two are not done yet, though. Deceitful coming back right away. So we're just about halfway done with this B main. But lots of races to go. Here comes Deceitful. Someone's off back there. Texas Senior again. Off into the wall. Defiant with these two battling. It's looking to make it a 3-way battle for the lead. How quickly will Old Skills get out of the way of the leaders here? Down in 11th position. Oh, careful. Foul Coyote. Old Skills was out of the way, but Foul Coyote almost ran wide enough to hit him. And now Defiant versus Deceitful. A tale as old as time. These two are always seemingly battling each other at one point or another during the race weekend. Dating all the way back to Season 1. And now it's a battle for 2nd, as Foul Coyote has pulled a small gap out front. see how this plays out. 7 to go, counting the one we're on. Look at the move here. Defiant, getting all the way past Deceitful. Very easily. Cleared entirely, but will he overdrive the corner? Just avoids the wall on the outside. Onto the main straight. Deceitful pushing. He's down to third. He went from leading to third position in a matter of a couple laps. Time is running out. For fourth position, Inner Astra. Look at the gap there. Huge gap. If he wants to advance to the A main. And even take a bit of luck. Staying. There's Cryptics. Staying a lap down. Cryptics in P5, which is a great result for him either way. Reminds me a bit of Had joining halfway through Season 1. But are racking up big results and big points finishes. Some impressive drives. The second half of Season 1 went on to win the Season 2 title. Foul Coyote leads the way. Defiant. Oh, Cryptics, actually. This is what we talk good about him. Looks like he has DNF'd from the race. It's going to be, on paper, a 12th place finish, but he was up running in 5th for the majority of this race. That spin really cost him. He could have easily gotten up here on pace alone. That kind of killed his momentum and could never really fully recover from that. A dive bomb here from Defiant, some contact. Foul Coyote and Defiant are in the lead, battling it out. What a drive from Defiant. He now goes from third into first position. New race leader Defiant on lap number 10. Camera to Moose up ahead in 8th position. Soon to be a lap down. Further up ahead is Carney and Flooded Batman. Sorry. Flooded Mean and Carney Batman. Speaking of Carney, there he is right there. And into the wall, actually. And a bit of a hook. Defiant. Gotta be careful with the jump here. Just avoids disaster. Down to third he goes. Foul Coyote goes back into the lead of the race. So Defiant's lead is very short-lived. But he's lucky to have survived that incident altogether. Deceitful back in second. Trying to hunt down the leader. Foul Coyote back in the lead of the race. Closing in on Camera de Moose. Closing in to the end of this B main. Trips they go. And to the left-hander. A little bit wide on exit is to carry as much speed as possible through this downhill section. There's Deceitful behind. Defiant. Inner Astra. Kind of has an outside chance at third position. It will take a bit of a miracle. And then gap back to Skins is nearly half a lap at this point. Very, very far. Foul Coyote, Deceitful, and Defiant. Behind Camera to Moose, who is a lap down. Will he get out of the way in a timely manner? Looks like he's actually slowing up Foul Coyote just a little bit. They come to the start of lap number 12. Camera to Moose a lap down there. Now Deceitful is going to have to navigate him. Try and gain on Foul Coyote, and it looks like he's going to get optimal line through there. Although Moose is going to have a better drive off the corner, and he's going to pull side by side with him. This is not what Deceitful needs. He does not need to be battling this lap's car. Got to try and get back up to Foul Coyote as quickly as possible. And Foul Coyote, is there some contact there with the lap's car? Foul Coyote driving away. Deceitful can't get past Camera to Moose. He stays behind him, and the gap grows. Look at this. About 25 car lengths now. Bit of a bump there. Deceitful's getting a little bit frustrated. Looks like Camera Moose finally concedes a position. It's back in line right behind Defiant. That's all but really won the race. Foul Coyote barring a mistake, of course. But the gap he gained from Camera Moose there really helped him out. Foul Coyote leads the race. There's Old Skills over. Like he's about 2 laps down now as he's being lapped by Camera Moose as well. We're going to go further down the order, see if we can't find another battle. There's Inner Astra. 4th position. All in his lonesome. way back. Skins. Next car. In order in 5th place, and he is so far back. Flooded Mean even further back. Loose, of course, we saw how far back he was. Deceitful and Defiant now. These guys are soon to be going at it once again as this race comes to a close here. We will be starting the 14th out of 15th laps. Deceitful running a little wide. Defiant running even wider. He smacks the outside rotating wall. Lap 14 begins. It is Foul Coyote, then Deceitful, then Defiant. Your top 3. Ahead by a mile. Inner Astra, you can see him just now crossing the start-finish line. He's a mistake away. If these two get into it, Inner Astra can steal that final transfer spot, but it's going to take some kind of scrap, some kind of mistake, accident of sorts. Basically any kind of DNF from any of these top 3. The only chance that Inner Astra is going to have at making it to the A-main. Defiant running wide. He gets back on the gas early and kind of straightens it out there. Foul Coyote with a very healthy and comfortable lead as he's got the best lap by a 10th over 3rd place Defiant. Coming to the line now. Start lap number 15. Boys the outside wall, and it's going to be Foul Coyote's final lap in this B main round 5 event. He's going to run wide there, actually. Deceitful, Defiant had the best line through there out of this top 3. Looks like the win could potentially still be on for Deceitful. Foul Coyote's kind of let off the gas here a little bit, gotten complacent perhaps. No matter the case, the gap has shrunk from 1st to 2nd. Will Deceitful try and steal that extra point on offer? Running out of time now. Half a lap remaining. Foul Coyote seems safe. Although it's very easy to slip up, make a mistake, put yourself in the wall, and out of the race here. So you have to perform. You have to execute. No matter the distance, no matter how safe your lead seems, one mistake and you're out of the race. But it looks like no mistakes here from Foul Coyote. A brilliant drive from him as he exits the final corner. He's going to come to the line and he's going to take the victory in the B main and advance to the A main. Same for Deceitful in 2nd place. Defiant's going to round out the podium. And Inner Astra was actually starting to close just a little bit. He ran out of time though, so Inner Astra will come home in 4th position. The first driver out of the B main. Everyone else behind him as well will finish and will not advance to the A main. So drivers, their last action of round 5 before we move to the A main. Deceitful, Defiant, and Foul Coyote all advance. Skins just now coming home in 5th position. Actually, seeing your old skills was going down a lap again. Serious damage there, I would assume. And we're going to the A main here shortly as clock ticks down. 2, 1. What I mean is, oh, not gonna get there. Just ran out of time. There you see, 17 minutes. A 2-second gap out front from Foul Coyote, who is race winner here in the B main. 2 Speedbirds round out the rest of the podium. Foul Coyote, Deceitful, and Defiant will be starting 13th, 14th, and 15th, respectively, in the A main. Thanks, Cheese. Looking forward to seeing you race here in a second. Perhaps? No, not actually. Well, either way, thank you for the support. Everyone's starting to load in here. Thanks, of course, everyone for watching. Thanks, everyone, for following. Who's followed here today. And as we get into the likes of the A main, we'll take a look at the overall championship standings right now up on screen. A 15-point lead for Willionaire Overhead. Now, keep in mind, the regular season comes to an end at round 7. This year is round 5. So, from the first 7 races, you will drop your worst result. Meaning, as it stands, Willionaire is going to lose 20 points Had will only lose 18. Blue Vet will only be losing 18. Teague 9, Nate, who is in the final chase position. Top 5 advance to a championship chase. And we'll get into that further in detail as we get closer to the end of the regular season. But just know the top 5 advance for a chance to fight for the championship. So Nate there, sitting at 54 points, will be losing no points, as his worst result is a 0-point race in round 1. And Deceitful in 6 will be losing 11 points. So another 11 is the gap from 5th to 6th, on top of what it already is. And then we'll also bring up the team standings here. Very close at the front there. 3-point gap, first to second. 8-point gap, separate the top 3, then a huge gap back to 4th and 5th. And further back down there until you get to the Raven in last position. And then currently the B main hero standings, of course, this is not counting the race that just occurred. It is going to be another 5 for Foul Coyote. So that will put him back into first position of the B main hero standings. Everyone else begins to in. Look there, that is just the top 20 in the championship. Everyone else who's not in the top 20 points are still being counted, just not being displayed. So bring those off the screen for now. And we take a look. We take a look at the leaderboards for Sandstone Raceway. And look at that. Look who's in first place. Season 2 champ Had. Keep in mind, as you see here, it's actually not in the championship, but it is Had, and also Willionaire. So 2 of the main championship rivals are in the top 5, albeit in cars that aren't being used in this championship. Nonetheless, also Galactic Hero, Drunken Donuts, some more familiar names. Blue Vet, of course. Host Thomas Jr. There's Nate. Who else do we have? A good chunk of guys. Kill Mafia, who just followed recently. 28 minutes ago. Thanks for the follow, Kill Mafia. In the Venom, Old Greg. That's already about 7 guys in the top 30. Blue Paradise. Apple Gang T10. ZRT. They're in 45th position in the Hunter Panther. Pitied Mender raced here. Point where whole top 30 are going to be. Our guys, championship can grow over time. There's Defiant, there's Cryptics, Anumized, kinds of names, kinds of drivers. Lupsy, this is all inside the top 100. 95th is Teeny. Like Malice, that name sounds familiar. Raced with him on GTA if I'm not mistaken. But I digress. So there was Proteus also. Season 1 name. Hasn't raced in some time, but Proteus, if you're out there, we remember you. We gotta get some day ones back in here. Bring back Mug. Mugencio, as we used to call him. By we, I mean I. Back in season 2 era. Alrighty. Loading on. Being set. Last go over of the rule. Go racing here in round number 5. There's only 2 more weeks of the regular season remain. And if you're just joining, The great B main final. A great drive from Foul Coyote. Also Defiant and Deceitful also making it into the A main, so they'll be starting 13th, 14th, and 15th. We'll keep an eye on them, see how far up the grid they can get. Great. Not for much longer. Everyone's just filing in. Thanks for watching, of course, everybody. This season, the Wreckfest Trans Am Series has a title sponsor for the first time ever. That is going to be Rogue Energy. Wreckfest Trans Am Series presented by Rogue Energy. Be sure to use code WTS, like you see at the top of your screen, for 10% off of your order at rogueenergy.com. That's code WTS, just like at the top of your screen, for 10% off. Thanks again to Rogue Energy for the partnership. Thanks again to Blue Vet for setting everything up and making all of this possible. A great series. I've had great fun. All these guys have had great fun. Seen tons of great moments. Don't forget to follow subscribe to the Wreckfest Trans Am Series YouTube channel. Actually, while we wait here, I'm going to see if I can't get that link into the chat. Only sitting at 14 subscribers as it stands. Let's get a few more in here. All the races are uploaded there, so if you missed the beginning, missed the end, or anything in between, and definitely check them out there. Drivers are loading in now, right on time. Ready? And there is that link for the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for subscribing. We're gonna go on board. The pole sitter. Gonna be in air. Just gotta find. There he is. Right, everyone's getting in line here. We got 30 laps of action. One coming to the Salty Jackal making his first race appearance here in the Wreckfest Trans Am Series. Foul Coyote and the B main individuals coming to the line. Kill Mafia, look at that car. Blue Vet down in 7th, he has some ways to go. Right, engines are revving, drivers are ready, we are ready. This is Wreckfest round 5. We are racing. What a great start from Had. Willionaire is going to go down to 3rd place, possibly 4th and 5th. Here comes everybody else around him. Around the outside, General Respawn. Contact with Willionaire. Around goes the championship leader and off the track. He's going to lose heaps of positions. And what a disaster that is for him. And what a great start that is for Had. Blue Paradise in the 2nd place. Kill Mafia in 3rd. 3 wide behind him. Teague, Blue Vet, Johnny Jackal. General Respawn, Apple Gang, Foul Coyote. Undead Music side by side with Nate. Behind them, 2x2. Deceitful, Pitied Mender. Defiant, and last place Winner. What a move from Pitied Mender. He gets about 2 or 3 spots there. We go to the front. Had on the way already. He's wasting absolutely no time out front. One of the worst starts we've ever seen for Willionaire in this league. Watch out for Teague. Watch out, Teague here. He's going to have some trouble getting back onto the track, and it's going to be some contact with the barrier there. There's Killed Mafia. Blue Paradise. Around the outside. Kill Mafia looking for 2nd position, but Had leads as we come to a safety car period. What has happened here? Everyone's slowing down now. Getting a respawn at the back here. He qualified in 6th position. This is exactly what Willionaire needs. So Willionaire currently in 12th position. He has a long ways to go. Only up by 15 points. Saw earlier the championship standings. 100 to 85. 85 being Had, who leads the race. Could really shake things up, of course. This could also play into Willionaire's 1 drop race from the first 7. Comes the leaders. Try and get a thumbnail. the names of the drivers. Get a better one later. Alright, away we go to the front again. Lap 2 here, coming to the restart. It's Blue Paradise. Kill Mafia in his first race. Blue Vet up to 4th after qualifying in 7th, so a great start for him. Dreadful start for Willionaire. Off the final corner they come. It is going to be the leader's discretion. Gotta be careful not to jump. Be careful not to pass before the start-finish line. The Paradise does not want to lose too much ground here. Really backing him up. Really backing him up. When will he go? He waits till nearly the start-finish line. That doesn't give him as much as a jump as I'm sure he was hoping. Shotty Jackal's side by side back there. They're nearly 3 wide. Someone's going over the curb. It's Applegang. He's off the track, but he keeps it going. Rejoins safely. Leads. Kill Mafia and Blue Paradise side by side. Blue Vet with Teague also side by side. They're 2 by 2 for 2nd through 5th. Now Kill Mafia. Who's that sending in? Look at Foul Coyote. Look at this double overtake potentially from Foul Coyote. Foul Coyote going from the B main to, what is this, 4th position now. What an absolute drive and a half this is turning into for him. Blue Vet's losing traction and positions. Bad set of corners for him. Millionaire, as you see in the top left, up to 10th position. Contact, Shotty Jackal, he holds on to it. Millionaire is now at the back of this train. He's going to start picking them off one at a time. We, of course, will keep an eye on him as he gets shoved into the barriers and will lose more time. Leading the way. This is exactly what he needed. And are we pacing again? It looks like another safety car once again. Is it potentially again for General Respawn? Is it low to rejoin the pack? Looks like it could be. Going to give us, however, the perfect opportunity. Get a good thumbnail for the YouTube video. Shot that is. There goes General Respawn. Good lens flare there. Alrighty, so they'll be coming to the line here. We get another restart. Millionaire sits 10th. The championship leader has a ways to go. Blue Vet got jockeyed back to 8th now. He lost 4 positions after gaining 3 from the start. Wild race for him. Again, still leads the way. He's in the driver's seat for this race. Will for sure bunch up the championship, even if Millionaire manages to get a bunch of positions back. I don't think Had is going to let this win go too easily. Race start here. Him to the line before he goes. I wonder if he learned from his choice last time. He didn't get a great start. And he went a little bit earlier than he did last time. But again, not the best start. A short run down into the first turn. Kill Mafia, however, did not get a good first corner. Neither did Foul Coyote. He's going to go off the track here. Got to be careful. Look at all the positions Foul Coyote is losing. That's a disaster for him. Up ahead, a whole gaggle of cars. 6, 7, 8 cars. All in this bunch here. Millionaire passes 3 of them. Up to 7th he goes. Now working on Blue Vet. How has this happened? He's going to get 2 here, or he's going to get hooked. Nearly gets hooked by Blue Vet, but he gets past. What an overtake that is. Up ahead, Kill Mafia. Not at all losing ground with Had. Maintaining the gap in 2nd place. Good drive for Kill Mafia. Teague. Very hard there. You can see how aggressive his line is looking compared to everybody else's. Willionaire in 6th position. So all these safety cars really playing into the hands of Willionaire. That is not what Had wants to see right now. Willionaire goes into the wall trying to get past Had. Sorry, Nate. Here comes Blue Vet getting past the both of them. Overtakes of the week, potentially. That is a great move. Had still leads from Kill Mafia. Blue Paradise, Teague, and then Blue Vet. And sixth position is Willionaire, Nate seventh, Jolly Jackal eighth, Foul Coyote ninth. Rounding up the top 10, Undead Music. Remember, Foul Coyote was in the B main. So was Deceitful and Defiant. They respectively are in 14th and 11th. The Mafia lost a little bit of time to Had. He's a careful guy. He's a hard guy to keep pace with. You'll have to excuse me. The Mafia looks like he was going to run to the wall there, but it looks like it was just a bit of desync as we have some frame rate drops. Kill Mafia really closing in. And is there a problem with Willionaire? Is there a problem with Willionaire? Has Willionaire gone out of this race? He's gone into the wall, and he's gone to 15th place. Could this be a DNF for Willionaire? Could this be 0 points? Could it be a safety car? Based on the behavior of the drivers, it is 100% a safety car. Willionaire, with a damaged car now. Heavily damaged car. After making up all that ground, gonna have to make it up once again. This is a disaster for him. Not a good start to this race whatsoever for Willionaire. Every time he makes up any kind of ground, he loses it right back. Gotta kill Mafia. Second. Great drive from him. He was actually starting to close in drastically to the race leader. That great pink and leopard print car. That would be quite the car to see in victory lane here in the Wreckfest Trans Am series. Alrighty, so we're coming to the restart here on lap 7. We've had 3 safety cars already. Leonaire's going to need all the help he can get to get back up this field. Look at the jump, potentially. Going to accordion everybody back. Had. Very, very late to go. They were already at the line. Kill Mafia's going to get bumped out of the way. There's going to be some contact. It's Blue Paradise. We got a blue on blue action here. Here comes Nate, looking to get both of them. Buddy Jackal putting his hat in the ring here. Paradise runs a little bit too wide. It's 3 wide for 5th position. They'll fall back in the line. That would be for 4th as well. Potentially 3rd. Blue Vet, though, gets a great drive out of the corner, and he's going to be closing in on Kill Mafia. What can Kill Mafia do to defend this podium spot? This 2nd place run. I think he ran into the wall there. There's some desync, but he definitely ran into the wall, and now his entrance is completely compromised. But somehow, some way, he has maintained 2nd place. But before you know it, he could very well be down into 4th position. Here comes Nate. Blue Paradise. Blue Vet goes into 2nd. Looks like Willionaire with that heavily damaged car is not gaining any ground at all. Of course, we're keeping an eye on him as he's the championship leader. Foul Coyote up into 7th. And potentially a lot more. Gonna move from that Defiant getting Undead Music out of the way. So now Foul Coyote. And Defiant will be battling it out here. Watch the bump. Bump up ahead. Jolly Jackal and Paradise get into it. Louvet is in 2nd place. Kill Mafia is in 3rd. Pad is off in the distance. Driving away into the sunset. Look at General Respawn. Putting the moves on Jolly Jackal. Now looking to close in to Defiant. Not like that though. He gets hooked, he gets turned, and he gets spun around. And nearly collects. Was that pitied Mender. Looks like Undead Music is waiting for him. Perhaps some good sportsmanship. Willionaire gets 1 position out of that, but his car is really suffering. He doesn't have nearly the speed he would normally. Ken and Pity, more contact. He kind of overdrove the corner and used Pity to slow himself down just a little bit. Look at the lunge from Foul Coyote. We see you from back here, Foul Coyote. Back up into 6th spot. Defiant, Val Coyote, two B main drivers. The top half of this field here today. Driving themselves to the front from the back. Plant. Wide. That leads by a mile. And Kill Mafia is really closing in on Blue Vet as we weave through the trees. And just like that, Kill Mafia is down to 5th, down to 6th, down to potentially 7th and 8th and 9th. He can't get recovered fast enough. Like I said in the B main, one little mistake is all it takes for your momentum and your race to be ruined. And just like that, Kill Mafia went from 2nd and battling for the lead, 6th position and well out of podium contention. And speaking of podium contention, this has now turned into the battle for the last podium spot. We remain 19 laps to go. Blue Paradise and Nate going at it for 3rd and 4th position. Drive through the trees. Val Coyote in 4th. Sorry, Val Coyote in 5th. It looks like else behind him pretty calmly. Kill Mafia, Defiant, Rowdy Jackal. That does remain the closest battle on track. Nate and Blue Paradise. Some really good throttle control from Blue Paradise. You heard it there. Be careful over those bumps. It's very easy, to lose control over these bumps. Come towards the right-hander. Good entry for both drivers. The uphill left-handed hairpin. One of the best overtaking spots on the entire course. Speaking of overtakes, potentially one here. Val Coyote versus Kill Mafia. Val Coyote looking for 5th. Excuse me, Kill Mafia looking for 5th now. Now Val Coyote's looking for 5th, as General Respawn has retired from the race. And then there were 14. Kill Mafia pulling away now. Up ahead, was there contact? I don't think there was, but Nate and Blue Paradise are still going at it for 3rd spot. Runs a little wide, but not too wide. Onto the main straight they come for the 13th revolution of this track. Frame rate drop there momentarily. What does Nate have to defend from Blue Paradise? We have 2 blues on the podium. Potentially. Very well be the case. And we have another safety car. Another safety car. That is safety car number 4 here. The first half alone of this race. One's going to start to file in line. Closing up now. Back at the grid. Being deceitful. Willionaire still in 11th. Right, this gives Blue Vet a chance to actually battle with Had. He hasn't had that opportunity here today. The closest he's been to the front. Qualified 7th. Got up to 4th after the first safety car. Then come the second safety car. Got shuffled down to 8th, and he's worked his way back up to 2nd ever since then. So now, as they come towards the final set of corners, it's going to be his chance to take the lead and the win from Had. Got his first ever race win by holding off and driving away from Had. Did Blue Vet. Of course, Had numerous times a race winner here in the championship. Looking to add to that tally. Go racing here once again as we come to the 14th lap of this 30-lap event. A super late start once again. Blue Vet actually got a very good start. He's going to be hot on the heels if he can avoid contact from behind. And he avoids contact from behind, but he goes over the curb. Here comes Nate. Watch out, Nate. Again, in danger of losing 2nd spot. Just like that, Had is pulling away already, as everyone else is going to battle for 2nd place. And we have, now as it stands up, double blue podium. near contact with the blue drivers. Nate gets bumped out of the way, down into, is that 6th position now? Val Coyote moves up into 5th. Millionaire down to 12th. Can't even hold on to the spots he has. His car is not doing him any favors. Blue Paradise and Blue Vet. Those two have switched positions. Had, after one lap of racing after the safety car, has pulled a very healthy lead out. It's Val Coyote, unfortunately, seems to be down to 13th position. After all his good work. Oh, look at this! Pile up here. This could very well be a safety car. Apple Gang gets in the way there. Collects some drivers. Are we pacing? Whoa, Blue Paradise. And it looks like we are, yes, once again, pacing safety car number 5 as we hit the halfway mark of this race. Where's the Whopper commercial when you need it? You actually caught that one on camera this time. In there. Gaining up to 9th now. Although, unfortunately for him, I don't think he has the car to get much higher than that. Back in. Pau Coyote. Closing back in. It's going to be Had, Blue Paradise, and Blue Vet. Blue Vet got a great start on that last restart. But he just clipped the inside herb mound, if you will, of dirt heading into turn 1. Pushed him wide, lost positions. Nate sent it up his inside, the rest is history, but now he's restarting in 3rd position. Billionaire Championship leader, of course, starting in 9th. Val Coyote will be restarting less. And we're halfway through this race. Coming to lap 16 of 30. Has been really well off the restarts, although he has been leaving it a little bit late. You can't really get much of a run. Right, so Had gets away. That's a good start from Had this time. Picking up the inside for 2nd place. Has to be aggressive early. He makes the same mistake as he did last time, but this time there's a car to stop him. The Mafia around the outside of Blue Vet. Here comes Nate again. He's been sending it super aggressively into that first hairpin here. Defiant with a really good move on Jackal there. Paradise not losing any ground. Him and Had gonna be going at it, it would seem. Out, here he comes. Here comes Blue Paradise. He got a good run, but Had covers him off. Behind them, the battle for 3rd. Kill Mafia and Nate behind Blue Vet. We'll drive up the corner for Nate. He's gonna be up the inside here. And almost over the top goes Kill Mafia. What an overtake that would have been. Had seems to pull away here in the last sector. Last set of turns. Kill Mafia looking for 4th position. It's gonna hook Nate. And Nate survives that. Into the back of Nate a little bit, being very aggressive as Blue Vet looks for 2nd position. It looks like it's Had's race to lose, but of course we're just past halfway now. Good Blue Vet. Will there be a cutback here? There's gonna be a cutback here. It's gonna be gorgeous, and it's gonna be textbook from Blue Paradise. That was beautiful to watch. Oh, the setup coming from a mile away. Kill Mafia behind them, looking to get Blue Vet now for 3rd position. But instead, he's gonna overdrive the corner, and he's gonna get cut back from Nate. So Nate goes into 4th. Kill Mafia went from challenging to 3rd to down to 5th position instead of a corner or two. While Had pulling away as the rest of these guys squabble for position. They get so close to that wall every time. On the order we come, Millionaire in 10th. Oh, contact, Apple Gang. Al Coyote seems to serious damage. Trotting around way back there. Blue Vet running third, Blue Paradise second, Had in first. But let's see what these guys can get up to. Got Deceitful and Pitied Mender. Here comes Willionaire, pushing as hard as he can. Bit of a cutback. This car is really struggling. You can see the exhaust. Look at that. No straight line speed. None at all. He loses so much ground in the straights. Ahead, Defiant and Jackal gonna be going at it for 6th position. Near contact with the wall for both of them, but they're both all right. They both survived that. Kill Mafia and Blue Paradise. Mafia now has advanced into the 3rd position. He's got some great pace this weekend. A lot of drivers with some great pace, new names and new pace. Mafia defending from Blue Paradise. Looks like Blue Paradise is gonna not quite clear. Is the door open for Mafia? Gonna get side by side here, so it's gonna be a drag race down this straight here. Through the trees, over the bump, and over the jump. Mafia is gonna come out in front. Oh my goodness! No, he's not! Oh my goodness, yes he is. Huge desync moment for Kill Mafia there. And Blue Vet! That's not desync! That's Blue Vet in a rock! Gotta avoid traffic! That's a disaster! Blue Vet! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Gracious. A disaster for Blue Vet. He was running second, and now, as Willionaire nearly gets into him, he's down to 10th position. P10 from P2. It really doesn't take much as Falcone's getting out of the way there. Now Kill Mafia is all alone in second. Blue Paradise behind him. Nate running fourth. Defiant. Jolty Jackal. Deceitful. We got Mender versus Applegang here. Look at the dive bomb. Deceitful up ahead, runs wide. Blue Vet desperately trying to get any kind of positions back now. This is turning into a dream scenario for Had. His 2 main championship rivals are well out of big point contention. And Had is well out of the fight for this race win because no one's going to challenge him. As it stands, of course, 10 laps remaining. We've already had 5 safety cars. So anything can happen, of course. And more than likely, anything will happen. I think if Kill Mafia does get that opportunity for a safety car restart, he's not going to let it go to waste. Contact there with the wall. Both Mender and Applegang. With the drive into the corner. Clean. Not a lick of contact. That was beautiful from Pitied Mender. Set up the crossover, not quite. The crossover, not this time either. Look at Blue Vet. He's gonna take both of them here? He's gonna get one for sure. Came out of nowhere. He wasn't even on the screen when we were looking at this battle up into the hairpin, but now he is very well in this fight. Only for 7th spot, but oh my goodness, look at, he's a man on a mission. Bumps these guys, just gets past him. He says, get out of the way. I have ground to make up. Blue Vet, his car is looking good. He's really on the move here. He's not going to let this ruin his title fight. Defiant. Going over the curb. Gotta be careful with the wall there. Oh, Jackal luckily gets out of the way in time. Here comes Blue Vet. Past Jackal. Blue Vet. Now past Defiant here? Potentially. Very, very soon. Up into 6th. Will he be in 5th before we know it? Yes, he will. Blue Vet has moved into the 5th position. What a drive from him. He's got a ways to go till Nate, but Blue Vet. Recover drive for the ages after smacking directly to a boulder that's on the side of the racing surface. There is 4th place Nate 254, and there's 5th place Blue Vet. Over 8 laps remaining, we'll see how much closer Blue Vet can get. The battle here, and there's a battle with 3 cars here: Teague, Deceitful, and Applegang. All for 9th spot. these guys have for each other. Apple Gang, look how close they get to the wall. I genuinely cannot believe it. The edge, razor thin edge between being as fast as you can and smacking the wall is exactly that, a razor edge. Blue Vet's pace seems to have died down now, eventually. He's pushing harder than ever, though. A lot of time left in this race. Over a third of this race is left. Just under, excuse me. Ender and Jackal going at it. Who will come out in 7th spot? I can't believe that wasn't a bigger incident. There, look at the pace. He can't even push that car. He's in the risk getting lapped by his championship rival Had at one point. Go to the front here to see Had. Kill Mafia runs way, way, way wide. Left-handed hairpin here. Paradise and Nate will close in just a little bit. These two start battling. Don't count out Blue Vet. That potentially get back into the podium fight here. What a great drive that would be. Going on 2 wheels, he's pushing as hard as he can. Jackal, watch out here. Luckily he stays on the track. Ender getting a great job off the corner. Gonna challenge Deceitful, and it's not gonna be much of a challenge because he's gonna get breezed right past him. Defiant hanging it around the outside. Breezes past and rushes the wall, really. Al Coyote, the main winner. He will remain in 13th place where he started, barring some kind of miracle. Looks like his car is heavily damaged as well. Defiant leads the B main drivers. Paradise, Nate, Blue Vet. Guys, like we said, are going to start battling. Very well see. Vet get into the picture here if Nate and Blue Paradise hold each other up too much. Still 5 laps to go. That's plenty of time for the likes of Blue Vet to get into the picture here. And Kill Mafia with a huge mistake there. Watch out, some contact. Blue Paradise and Nate moving to 2nd and 3rd. Kill Mafia with some damage, it would seem. Does he have a tire? There's a car in the middle of the track. Does he have a tire? He's missing a tire. So Kill Mafia, as Blue Vet goes into 4th, is going to be out of contention for this race. Like we said before so many times, one mistake can ruin your race, and Kill Mafia is going to be down into 9th by the end of this lap. What a disaster. As we're slowing it up, potentially. No, it's just Al Coyote getting out of the way. Paradise. 2nd, Nate 3rd. Blue Vet is in 4th position after the DNF from Kill Mafia. What a great debut drive it was for him. Race leader has started the 27th lap. Vet is in clean air. Can he catch these boys? Can he get another podium? After running into the rock there. I mean, he's got it all back under green flag conditions. No safety car aid, if I'm not mistaken, for Blue Vet post-rock collision. It was a disaster for him, but it's like it's really starting to come together as Jackal 5th, Bender in 6th. Everyone else comes line astern. Al Coyote, last place, multiple laps down. In there in 11th. Really no chance of catching anybody. Come to the lineup here. And Had, Starts lap number 28. You gotta give it up to Kill Mafia. 3 tires, he is not giving up. The heart of this man. Gonna pull out of the way for the leaders, potentially? Or is he calling it a race? They praise him. He's just getting out of the way of the leaders. He's not giving up. Great drive from him. There's Blue Paradise. Nate. And Blue Vet really closed the gap to Nate these last 2 laps. It is a huge gap from second place Blue Paradise to the leader Had. You can see him up there. He's starting the lap number 29 already. You guys still have about 3 corners to go before they get to the start finish straight. But you can get a podium out of this. That's going to be one of the best recovery drives in league history. Look at this. He's going to have a chance here on lap number 28. Excuse me, 29. He's going to have a real good chance here. Contact with Nate for 3rd spot. A great drive for Blue Vet could be capped off very nicely with the podium. And inside curb, Nate gets out of the way. Blue Vet goes through and he is in 3rd spot after smacking into a rock. I can't believe it. Meanwhile, the leader will go to him as he's on the final lap here. We'll follow him around. And he is maybe a lap or 2 away from lapping his championship rival, but Had, again, Kill Mafia not giving up, but Had comfortably in 1st position. A great drive from him, reminiscent of most of his Season 2 performances. It's just been absolutely picture-perfect textbook drive from Had today. Gone for Willionaire versus Had battle, but Willionaire damaged early and could never really recover. That's great news for Had because this championship fight is going to be that much closer. He's going to exit the final corner here in round number 5, and Had will be your race winner in the A main for round number 5. Had takes the win at Sandstone. Blue Paradise. An excellent drive for him, but an even better drive for Blue Vet. He smacked a rock. We thought he was out of contention. He was down in 10th or 11th place. Blue Paradise is going to come home in 2nd, and more so, Blue Vet is going to snag a podium. What a great recovery drive from Blue Vet. Also, Nate in 4th position. Jackal in 5th comfortably. Mender in 6th. Teague 10. Comes home in 7th. Look at this battle here. Coming down to the end here, Defiant. Applegang behind him. Who's going to get this one? It is going to be a very close finish, and it is going to be Defiant, Applegang, then Deceitful. Willionaire. Also Kill Mafia. Let's give it up to him. If he can finish this lap, that'd be great. If not, it's great either way. Willionaire is going to come. He is going to finish the race. Willionaire in 11th place. Kill Mafia 3 laps down, but he finished. He did not give up. He was running 2nd, battling for the lead. Fortunately for him, he smacks the wall. Doesn't work out for him. Lost a tire, lost 3 laps, didn't lose his drive. Great drives all around from all these drivers. Special thanks once again to Rogue Energy. Code WTS at checkout, like you see at the top of your screen, for 10% off your order. Special thanks to Blue Vet, of course, the host and organizer of this championship. And special thanks to you, the viewers at home, for supporting us week in and week out. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, linked here in the chat. Wreckfest Trans Am series on YouTube. And we will see you next week for round number 6. Same time, same place. Until then, I'm Nico. This has been the Wreckfest Trans Am series. You guys have a